The Ukrainian military on Tuesday reported destroying a Russian ammunition depot in southern Ukraine, resulting in a massive explosion captured on social media, while rescuers said the death toll from a weekend Russian strike in the country's east grew to 45. An overnight rocket strike targeted the depot in Russian-held Nova Kakhovka, the Ukrainian military's southern command said. Nova Kakhovka is about 55 kilometers, 35 miles, east of the Black Sea port city of Kherson, which is also occupied by Russian forces. The precision of the strike suggested Ukrainian forces used U.S.-supplied multiple-launch high-mobility artillery rocket systems, or HIMARS. Ukraine indicated in recent days that it might launch a counteroffensive to reclaim territory in the south as Russia bombards the eastern Donbass region. Russia's TASS news agency offered a different account of the blast in Nova Kakhovka, saying that a mineral fertilizer storage facility exploded and that a market, hospital, and houses were damaged. Some of the ingredients in fertilizer can be used for ammunition. A satellite photo taken Tuesday and analyzed by the Associated Press showed significant damage. A huge crater gaped precisely where a large warehouse-like structure once stood. Ukraine now has 8 of the HIMARS systems, a truck-mounted missile launcher with high accuracy, and Washington has promised to send 4 more. Explosions were reported late Tuesday in Luhansk, a city in the Donbass that has been under the control of Russian-backed separatists since 2014, with videos posted on social media. A spokesman for the separatist forces, Andrei Marachko, said the Ukrainian army had dealt a massive blow to the air defense system in Luhansk, the Russian news agency Interfax reported. He said there was no word yet on any casualties. There was no immediate information from the Ukrainian government or military. The occupiers have already felt what modern artillery is like, and their rear will not be safe anywhere on our land that they have occupied, President Volodymyr Zelensky said in his nightly video address. They have felt that the operations of our intelligence officers for defending their homeland are of a magnitude stronger than any of their special operations. Elsewhere in Ukraine, Russian shelling over the past 24 hours killed at least 16 civilians and wounded 48 more, Ukraine's presidential office said in its Tuesday morning update. Cities and towns in 5 southeast regions came under Russian fire, the office said. Nine civilians were killed and 2 more wounded in Donetsk province, which makes up half of the Donbass. Russian rocket attacks targeted the cities of Sloviansk and Toretsk, where a kindergarten was hit, the presidential office said. The British military said Tuesday that Russia was continuing to make small, incremental gains in Donetsk, where heavy fighting led the province's governor last week to urge its 350,000 remaining residents to move to safer places in western Ukraine. The death toll from a Russian rocket attack that struck a Donetsk apartment building Saturday rose to 45, the Emergency Services Agency said late Tuesday. It said workers found more bodies and also rescued 9 people as they dug through the rubble of the 5-story building in Chasiv Yar throughout the day. Yet many in the Donbass, a fertile industrial region in eastern Ukraine consisting of the Donetsk and Luhansk provinces, refuse or are unable to flee, despite scores of civilians being killed and wounded each week. In northeastern Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, and its surrounding region, Russian strikes hit residential buildings, killing 4 civilians and wounding 9, Ukrainian officials said. The Russians continue their tactics of intimidating the peaceful population of the Kharkiv region, Kharkiv Governor Ola Syniehubov wrote Tuesday on Telegram. Russian fire also struck the southern city of Mykolaiv on Tuesday morning, hitting residential buildings. 12 people were wounded as the result of the Russian shelling, with some of the rockets hitting 2 medical facilities, Regional Governor Vitaly Kim said on Telegram. Air raid sirens sounded Tuesday in the western city of Lviv, the first daytime sirens there in over a week, and in other areas of Ukraine as Russian forces continue to make advances. In eastern Luhansk, fighting continues near the villages on the administrative border with neighboring Donetsk, Luhansk Governor Serhiy Haidai told the Associated Press on Tuesday.
Stand by! Fire! Hold it, George, you leave him! Hell yeah. Set! Ready! Leg back! Stand by! Fire! Fire! Strike if we go! Stand by! Fire! Wait.
I'll go to the back.
Keep back! Stand by! Run!
Is that my command?
One ready, Chief! One ready! Fire! Let's go, next round!
Fire! Fire! What up? Fire!
I see red clock! Fire, all right!
Section 3409!
Section 3409!
Section 393! What's up? Fire!
Stand by!